Hey, it's Ben here, and today I'm talking with Islau about one of the easiest ways to get traffic and even start a side faceless business, and that's AI podcasting. Now, there's been a bunch of podcast tools that have come out this year. Maybe you've used them, but as you'll see, that these podcasts they create, they're not really human-like enough to really sell and go out and run an agency with, or even your own business with. But here he's going to be talking about how to build a podcast agency and use brand new technologies come out that really makes these human sounding podcasts that go beyond anything else that's come out. So bring us in, tell us what this is all about.
Hey Ben, nice to catch up with you here again. And yeah, I'm really excited about PodGorilla. To put it briefly, what we've done is we've built the first of its kind podcast system that not only generates high quality podcasts that you can't really even tell if it's a human actually recording it. We've put a lot of effort into creating scripts that sound pretty realistic. So they don't have the AI filler words, and then converting those scripts into very high quality audios that you can even use your own audio. And I'm going to show you that later as well. And it's going to allow you to really push authority without having to actually do any work, because PodGorilla handles all of that for you.
All right, awesome. Now, with this, you can do things that go beyond some of the other podcast tools like intros and outros I saw, even I think maybe use the client's voice. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So with PodGorilla, we've built in four very unique features. Number one, as you mentioned, is the intros and outros. And what this does is whenever you watch a podcast on YouTube, or say hear it on Apple Music, you typically hear a short introduction, like 30 seconds, where a third party introduces the host and the guest, building up the background. So that's one feature that we've built into PodGorilla as well. So it really looks like professional podcast. On top of that, you can create your own advertisements that you can insert between your podcasts anywhere you like. And it's as simple as adding it in just a few clicks. Then lastly, of course, you can, if you're going out to a client and you're approaching that you're going to build content that helps bring them authority, they won't really want to use voice that is not their own. So we have also built an incredible voice cloning feature that uses only 30 seconds of audio and creates very realistic voices of the client, so that you can use that in your episodes as well. And the key differentiator is the fact that PodGorilla is not just an episode based creator. It allows you to create full podcast shows that can have different kinds of guests, and depending on the plan that you have, you can even add as many as up to 4 speakers into each podcast.
Oh, wow. So you can actually get like a whole group of people, yeah, on these
Absolutely.
creative pod. Yeah. So that really goes beyond everything else that's out there. Now, is there a way that we can go ahead and take a look at some of these podcasts and maybe even build one out in a demo?
Absolutely. Let's jump right in and I'll show you on my screen how it's done.
All right, awesome.
All right, this is the step-by-step guide on how to create the best podcast with PodGorilla. Let's start with step number 1, and that is to create a music that you can use in your intros and outros, right? So let's go ahead in the music library and create a music. Now, I'm thinking I would like to create some sort of a historical podcast that actually talks about history. So I'm just going to call this, And for the music style, I think I'm gonna go with a bit of classical and then maybe inspirational. In terms of beat, let's just stick with slow and peaceful. And then I can of course go ahead and customize all of this. I think maybe I'll add in a flute, and maybe 14 seconds would be enough. Let's go ahead and generate it. Now you can of course go ahead and twinkle with all of these settings and get it up to how you'd like it to be, but I think it's fine for now. I'm just gonna add this to my library, And now that we have this, let's go ahead and create an audio segment. And let's add an intro first. I'm just gonna call it history podcast intro. This is basically step number 2, right? So let's ask AI to write us a good intro. And let's send this and see what it comes up with. Welcome to the Echoes of the Past, where we journey through time to uncover the stories and secrets that have shaped our world. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna use that name, in fact, Echoes of the Past. So for the voice, I am gonna select, I think maybe Nova. We'll have these voice previews as well. Right now we don't have that, but and in terms of voice or vibe, I think I am gonna stick with Medieval Night. That's more of a historic effect. I'm gonna add a bit of echo. Now make sure whenever you add a bit of echo, you add a bit of feedback as well, otherwise it's not gonna work. And do the same with reverb. If you add reverb, add a bit of dampening as well. And then I'm just gonna select the music, and let's go ahead and generate our intro.
Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where we journey through time to uncover the stories and secrets that have shaped our world.
I do like that. I'm just gonna add this to my library as well. Now I can go ahead and create an outro as well. History podcast outro. And then I'm just gonna ask AI to write me an outro asking people to like, share and subscribe for a podcast called Echoes of the Past. And I'm just gonna send this to AI. Thanks for tuning into Echoes of the Past. If you enjoyed our journey through history, please like, share and subscribe to uncover more stories with us every week. So let's again go with, I have no clue which one I selected. Good thing I can see here. So I'm just gonna go with Nova again. And then again Medieval Night. I think I'm gonna avoid adding echo and all in this. And I'm just gonna select the same music, and let's generate the intro now.
Thanks for tuning into Echoes of the Past. If you enjoyed our journey through history, please like, share, and subscribe to uncover more stories with us every week.
That's good as well. I'm just gonna add that to the library. Now that's done, let's go ahead and create an advertisement. I'm gonna, utilize it. I'm just gonna ask AI to write me an ad that interrupts a history podcast selling a book with 1000 factual AI not AI, sorry factual historic write me an ad that interrupts a history podcast selling a book with 1000 factual historic I don't know, artifacts maybe. Yeah, let's just send this and see what it comes up with. Unlock the secrets of the past with a book of 1000 factual historical. I mean, it's not the best. We'll work on improving this for advertisements at least. But let me just Well, let's just update it to this, and maybe now let's go with a bit of, I don't know, alloy, and then I think a calm voice would be nice here. Definitely no music and all, just plain.
Today's podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, the History Museum. Unlock the secrets of the past with our book of 1,000 factual historic artifacts, your ultimate companion to deepening your love for history. Go to podgorilla.co and order today.
Yep, that is perfect. So let's just go ahead and add this to the library as well. Alrighty, now that we have our intro, outro, and ads, let's just go ahead and set up a podcast. Add a new podcast. We're gonna give it a name, Echoes of the Past. That's the name. And I'm gonna select my intro, outro, and then I am gonna select a host. I mean, these are not really relevant hosts because these are our default speakers, and I don't think the niche is correct. But anyway, I'm just gonna utilize that for now, and I'm gonna ask AI to write a what is your podcast about? Let's see what it gives us. Now this typically takes a bit of a while because it's a very specific prompt that we run it through to make sure that the data that comes back is completely up to the standard that we want it to be. So let's just scroll through this. Captivating podcast dedicated to exploring the rich tapestry of human history. The lens of hosted by each episode dive into fascinating historical events. And this is the entire structure and all of that. So that looks good. I'm just gonna go ahead and submit it. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add an episode. So let's click on the add episode button. We're gonna invite one of these as a guest, maybe a woman, and then I can upload a document, choose a custom topic, add a video URL or a page URL. I'm just gonna run with custom topic, Roman Empire. Let's run with that, and then let's select storytelling, and the tone should be casual, and let's just hit and add a name. So let's click on submit and give it a minute to generate a podcast for us. Alrighty, as you can see, that's done. Let's go ahead and view it. And as you can see, this is right here our entire podcast, right? And of course I can go in and edit it and even ask AI to add more things, or whatever I'd like to add. I can even add more dialogues, so I can click on the add line button and it's gonna add another line for me to add more dialogues. Once I'm happy and finalized with the podcast script, I can go ahead and click on this button and it's gonna generate all of the voices for me. I'm just gonna pause it here and come back once it's done. All right, it's about to complete, so I thought I would restart it.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to the very first episode of Echoes of the Past. I'm Fer.
Now, as you can see, the moment it is done, it's gonna start playing, so you can kind of preview it. And let's go ahead and add our advertisement. So you can really add it after any dialogue that you'd like. I'm just gonna randomly add it here, and I am just gonna add this, and I can preview it as well.
Today's podcast is brought to you by our sponsor.
I'm not gonna play the entire thing, but that's pretty much how this works. So I'm just gonna save this now, and as you can see, it's been updated, and now I can go ahead and download the podcast, and it's gonna give me the MP3 file of the entire thing. So I'm gonna show you that once this starts downloading. It takes a few seconds because it's stitching the entire thing up with your intro, outro and all. So give it a bit of a minute. And as you can see, it started downloading. It's done as well. So let me just see this, and let me just quickly try playing it.
Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where we journey through time to uncover the stories and secrets that have shaped our
Hello,
world.
listeners, and welcome to the very first episode of Echoes of the Past. I'm Farron Blake, your guide on this historical journey. Tonight, we're delving...
Right, so the entire thing is done. It will have your advertisement, intro and outro. Now you can go ahead and just utilize the MP3 and upload it on platforms like Spotify. Additionally, what you can also do is you can just come back to your podcast, and in here you will see that there's a RSS feed feature. So you can add your entire podcast in your RSS feed. You can give it your author name and email, and then you can select all the episodes that you want in here, and you can update it, and it's gonna automatically create the RSS feed that you can go and share on platforms like Spotify, right? So you can just copy this URL, and it will basically have all the details. Let me just show you. I don't think it copied, so I'm just gonna paste this in, and as you can see, this since we only have one episode, here's the title of the podcast, the description, and then we have the file URL and all of that stuff. So when you add this into some sort of a platform like iTunes or Spotify, it's going to automatically pick that up. Then additionally, what you can also do is you can convert this audio podcast into a video, which is the last feature that I would like to show you right now. When you head over to my videos, you can create a new video, and in here you can give it a name. Click on the next button, and then you're going to select your podcast. It's going to list all of the episodes you have here, so you can select anyone, and it's automatically going to check if you have your subtitles and all of that stuff done already. If it's all done, it's going to show all set. If there are errors, it's going to ask you to fix them first. Then you can click on the next button. Now we will have quite a lot of templates coming up soon. Right now I just have these 3 to show you a preview of, but basically let me just go with the square ratio template, and as you can see, it has already initiated, so I can go to the video page and I can see the progress. Now I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to come back once this is done. Alrighty, so our video has rendered. I think it took like 3 minutes, maybe 5, but no more than that to render this entire thing. And let's go ahead and check it out.
Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where we journey through time to uncover the stories and secrets that have shaped our world.
Who, like the architects of old...
Now, as you can see, the person that's speaking is going to be in color, and the person that's not speaking is going to be grayed out. And then, the audiograms are going to be against them as well. Now, of course, there are quite a lot of improvements that still need to happen in the template itself. So, don't think of it as the final version. We'll have a lot more polished version once we're there.
Has mastered a craft, although hers in
Be here. The Roman Empire is such a colossal part of history, and I'm excited to explore its depths with you.
So, Vesa,
But yeah, now you can download this video and you can publish it on platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and pretty much everywhere. And again, we have the option to have vertical, horizontal, as well as square ratio videos, right? And again, we're still working on improving this, so this is going to be a lot more polished in the coming months. But yeah, that's about it for this video. This is an entire walkthrough on how everything works. Hopefully you all like it.
Okay, how cool was that? Now, let us know, how can everyone get access to this incredible software?
So we're going live. We're hosting an incredible webinar where we're going to cover not just this, but even how you can get clients to sell these services to, so that you can spend 10 minutes and charge anywhere between $500 to $2,000 to them for one particular podcast project per month. And I have my partner Neil on there as well. We're hosting the webinar on 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you signed up for that. We're going to offer a massively discounted, incredible deal there as well. That's not going to be available after the webinar, so make sure you're there too. But besides that, yeah, I'll send you all the other details and you can pass them up through.
Right. So what's the specific date that they need to be on this early webinar?
November 13th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard.
All right. Yeah. And as you heard them, there's actually going to be them doing the training. There's going to be a deal that's not available anywhere else. So, don't be one of these people who just wait around and then catch the replay, because that deal, isn't really as great as that early webinar they're going to be on. And plus, they're going to be doing the actual education, how you can go out here and do that, especially for someone who's running an agency, or you want to even just sort of leverage this for like affiliate marketing, just to do, podcasts and put your affiliate link in the descriptions. So make sure to go ahead and click the button below to get on that. Now, if you get access to that, I'm going to be adding some custom bonuses. They should be on the page below. If not, make sure to check my email, and you'll be getting those, because I really think this is an awesome tool. Again, these guys are behind the Content Gorilla app. So if you've used that, you know how high quality that is, especially with that text to speech, video to text type things they've really mastered. So make sure to go ahead and click the button below to register for the call. So that being said, thanks so much for coming on here. Anything else you want to add before we wrap things up?
Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I'd just like to say that, we've been working on this similar technology for over 6 years now with Content Gorilla. We have roughly 25,000 users on it now. And the PodGorilla app uses very similar technology, just in the reverse order. So it's the same team, the same robust application. And right now, the deal that you see is only available during the exclusive launch period. After that, the prices will go up. We don't really do fake scarcity. If you ask anyone who's seen our products, they will tell you that as well. So while you're on here, jump on, and we'll see you on the inside.
All right, awesome. Thanks for coming on, and I'll see you again soon.